All right, now the biggest matchup of Super Bowl Sunday was President Obama versus Fox News. The president sat down with Fox News' Bill O'Reilly yesterday before the big game, and maybe as expected, things got heated pretty quickly. After leading with a question on the botched Obamacare website rollout, O'Reilly then turned to another favorite Fox topic, Benghazi.
Yeah, but I just want to get this on the record. Did he tell you it was a terror attack?
Bill, and what I'm answering your question. What he said to me was, we've got an attack on our compound. We don't know yet.
Attack.
We don't know yet who's doing it. Understand by definition, Bill, when somebody is attacking our compound, that's an act of terror, which is how I characterized it the day after it happened. So the question ends up being who in fact was attacking us.
But it's more than that, because of Susan Rice.
No.
It's more than that, because Susan Rice goes out and tells the world that it was a spontaneous demonstration off a videotape, but your commanders and the Secretary of Defense know it's a terror attack. Just as an American, I'm just confused.
And I'm trying to explain it to you if you want to listen.
Your detractors believe that you did not tell the world it was a terror attack because your campaign didn't want that out.
Bill,
That's what they believe.
And they believe it because folks like you are telling them that.
No, I'm not telling them that. I'm asking you whether you were told it was a terror attack.
And what I'm saying is that is inaccurate.
Now, before the interview, O'Reilly told his network colleague Megyn Kelly that he wasn't nervous, but that he planned to be very precise. And what he may have thought was precise, many others viewed like a cross-examination. Take a look at some Twitter, take a look at some Twitter responses where some people expressed their outrage, their boredom, and a few other emotions at the interview. Jeff Jarvis tweeted, "I take it back. Fox News is trimaniacal. Obamacare, then Benghazi, and IRS is next. O'Reilly is full of surprises." Evan McMurray said Obama and O'Reilly sound exhausted with each other's talking points. And Michael Roston said, "Fox News fans, O'Reilly showed Obama. Obama fans, Obama really showed O'Reilly. Everyone else, let's switch to the Puppy Bowl." So, Jason, the pre-Super Bowl interview with the president, one of those times where I think that, some people really just want to turn away from politics, instead focus on football. But of course, this was a big sit-down interview. What was your take on Obama versus O'Reilly here?
Well, these two have put on this kind of pre-Super Bowl show now for a number of years. And there's always the expectation of a little bit of combat, a little bit of bloodletting. I think these two guys, have a lot of respect for each other. I think they even like each other. And I like the fact that they're willing to sort of be combative. But I think that Evan McMurray there kind of nailed it. It was just sort of tiresome listening to stuff Obama said a bunch of times in response to things, and listening to O'Reilly kind of just sort of play Fox News Yahtzee with the three issues of the day. What's really interesting about the setup to his Benghazi inquiry was he asked Obama if he thought the Benghazi attack was the biggest mistake of his presidency. And if he had thought through that a little bit more, he might have actually hit him with a surprising question, which, to my mind, the origin of that incident is going to war in Libya in the first place. People forget that it was controversial that Obama chose to go to war in Libya. I mean, there was a kind of sense that he was, as they say, leading from behind and letting the French do a lot of the mop-up work. But nevertheless, we put people on the ground, those people were attacked, and 4 people died. Now, as a natural consequence of a war, that's actually not so surprising that Americans could be attacked and suffer casualties. But the origin story of Benghazi is the decision to go into Libya, and no one's really done a good job prosecuting whether that was a good decision or not. It's it was at the time very, very out of step with Obama's overall foreign policy vision, which is to go in with a light touch and let people figure it out on their own. And so it was a missed opportunity, I think, for O'Reilly to get at the larger question. Again, I think that the tweeter there had it right. They seem to be sort of like two sock puppets for someone else's bunch of talking points.